you be communicating with your ex's family? Should your ex be communicating with your family? It's a 50-50 situation. For me, loyalty is number one in this, right? But then if you have children together, of course you're going to communicate. And sometimes you may not even have children. It depends. Sometimes that bond is so strong that you cannot see yourself fully closing that door, right? As long as you're respectful and you're not trying to do things on the side to kind of like get people back together. And I think for me, like, I've been in relationships where their family members are still cool with me to this day, and I don't want their family member at all. But we're still connected. We're still like family, and there's a level of respect there, right? But when it gets to that point where it's a little tricky, then it's like, well, if you don't know your boundaries, then you shouldn't be communicating. And then you can't tell somebody to just cut somebody that's been a part of their life for so many years. That is hard to do. Now, another thing that you can factor into the situation is like, okay, how was the breakup? Why did they break up? Was it something that was so disrespectful, or was it something that everybody saw? Was it something that was just between the two people in the relationship, and it's just like, it's unfortunate, but I love this person and I still want them in my life? I don't know. I guess you have to decide, and that has to be something that you think about. Or even with your friends, you ask your friends, like, girl, you're gonna find friends or people that you communicate, even your family members, who still communicate with their ex's family members to a certain level. Maybe go out to dinner, maybe celebrate, probably have each other on social media. It all depends. Like, I'm not gonna be like, you still talk. I don't care. As long as there's no disrespect, I do not care. I have people to this day whose mom still check for me. Are you okay? How's your daughter? And there's nothing further than that. So I can understand just people genuinely, you hear me saying genuinely loving you for who you are, and just can't see you not being a part of their life to some capacity. And you want to be able to honor those relationships and just keep it respectful. So when it comes to your ex is an ex, their family is also an ex, depending on the situation. That makes sense. They're an ex, the family is exed out, depending on the situation. You can still communicate. I don't see nothing wrong. It's not like you're going to be like, oh, come to this event, come to that event, where your ex is going to be present, unless y'all have that understanding that we're not together anymore. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Or that's your shorty. Hey, girl. And you keep it like that. But if it's sneaky, because that's where it gets tricky. People be real sneaky. Sometimes family members be trying to keep in contact to find out what's going on in your life. Be like, well, you know, so-and-so having this problem. I know y'all should still be together. You gotta, especially if you're in a relationship, respect your relationship first before you be like, all right, respect your relationship first, and respect the boundaries, and set those boundaries. If you feel like it's too much, if the person hurts you to that point where it's like, nah, you really violated, I don't want no parts of you, and I'm not going to deal with your family, then you could do that. You have the right to do that. But then when you see each other in public, is it going to be like, oh my God, I don't even want to see you? Or is it like, hey, how you doing? You know?